You guys want to talk about Project Lightning? I think you should. It's something new that Twitter is going to be developing. I think it's important in the evolution of Twitter, from what I can tell. But I'd like to know, what are the problems Twitter noticed and decided it had to address?
A good problem to have, too much great content.
Too much great content, that's it?
We are now at a point with 500 million tweets or more a day that for some users, where there is sometimes too much for the typical user to really catch all the great stuff flowing through their home timeline. And so the idea of Project Lightning, which we'll be launching later this fall, is how do we give a different lens on Twitter? Not take anything away from that home timeline experience, which is part of that public, real-time, conversational bedrock of the platform.
One of our biggest issues is discovery. It's so hard to find that awesome content that's there unless you're following somebody, or you happen to see a retweet from someone, or with the real-time nature of the platform, it's just very easy to miss things. I call Project Lightning a sort of destination for discovery.
Twitter hiring journalists to curate best of tags is the birth of a new editorial piece. So how do we know this beast has a soul? So my question is, how do you instruct people in an editorial culture that hasn't existed before? And what is going to be the soul of the editorial Twitter?
Adding a layer is, of course, hiring journalists to do it.
We're going to hire professionals. That's
a third part of the answer is, one way in any context to evaluate the quality of someone's journalism. If you're an editor and charges have been levied against one of your reporters on the quality of their journalism, you'd take their notes. You'd look at the raw tape of the interview. You'd go back to some of the primary sources and see all the material they worked with so that you could evaluate whether they did the most appropriate curation of those facts into a reported narrative. The home timeline isn't going anywhere. There's no original reporting being created by this team. It is just gathering those tweets. So every single step this team is taking is something that is fully open for other people to see what was curated, what was not curated, and evaluate the quality of the product as a result. We are going to continue investing in the ability for our partners and for regular users to curate content as well and blend that into the experience so that our editorial voice, such as it is, isn't the only voice on the platform.
So the act of choosing is inherently an editorial act. And what I'm asking is, how are you going to instruct them?
I don't want to speak for Andrew, but I can say that he and the team are coming up with a set of editorial guidelines, and they do want to be objective, not keep advertisers in mind and really focus on the social narrative. You could think of it this way as a mini incubated newsroom within the company. And it's an experiment, and we really do hope Project Lightning has a big impact on the product.
We are blessed with a very vocal user base that's very good at telling us when a new feature is working or not working.
Yes, and I am part of that very vocal user base.